Hello everybody and welcome to another gear talk, and this time I want to talk to you about 5 accessories for your camera that are absolutely essential. Before we begin, as usual, if you want to support the channel, please put a like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you want to go a step further, check out my Zine, name 148, already 3 issues there, and this is 2, but there are 3 published. And check out my books, Lasting Photographs, novel, very good reviews online, Photography, the manual, all you need to know about the basics of photography, and Fine Art in Jar Printing. This is dedicated to creating fine art with your inkjet printer. This said, let's talk about the 5 accessories I consider essential for your camera. The first accessory, number 1, that is absolutely important, is the lens hood. A good lens hood is something that is essential if you want to do photography in a serious way. I see a lot of people not using the lens hood or using it on reverse, and no matter if you do photography with film or digital, you need something that block the parasite lights that comes on your lens. If you use a lens hood, you will see a lot of difference because it will block the parasite light, so the quality of your lens will be at 100%. The most important thing that you will see a difference in contrast, and you will perceive much more sharpness. It's usually cheap to buy, and it's cheap to use because most lenses nowadays have the lens hood. But I see a lot of people not using it or putting on reverse on the lens. That is a huge mistake. So if you want to improve the quality, use a good lens hood. And by the way, if you don't have a lens hood, and I'm now recording without the lens hood on my camera, you can do something like this. This is just a piece of paper, black paper, they roll it and fits on the lens. And I use this because for the lens I use is the Zeiss 50mm manual lens, and for that lens I don't have a lens hood. I never bought one. I use this lens basically just to film these videos, so I did this. And you can see the difference. This is without the lens, so the light from the windows arrive on the lens, and before and after will be with the lens hood. The number 2 is essential to have, and it's a tripod. And when we talk about tripod, usually you think about this huge tripod, very stable and all these kind of things. And that is good to have if you do a lot of landscape and a lot of photography or still life or these kind of things where you want to have a lot of precision. It's essential, a very good sturdy tripod. But to have always in your bag something like this. This is the one I use for my microphone. This is absolutely a cheap tripod. It's this one by Manfrotto. There are other brands and other styles. I have a couple of them that are older, and with this kind of tripod you can have them always in your bag. And you can do a lot of things because you can use a table to put the tripod in. Sometimes I put the tripod and I put the camera on a wall and I take the picture stabilizing my camera on the wall, and is kind of essential if you want to do long exposure, if you want to do night photography, and simply if you want to be a little more precise. Is essential to have a tripod. And just a small tripod is around 50 bucks or something like that, like this one from my Manfrotto, can really save your day. It's very light, you can put it in your bag, and it's absolutely fantastic. Also, if you go around with your car or something, just put a tripod, a nice tripod, sturdy tripod, put it in your luggage compartment and in your trunk, and you will have something that can be very, very useful. The third accessory that is essential, especially I have talked about the tripod, is a remote control for your camera, a remote shutter release for your camera. It can be the mechanical one if you are a film camera, that is very simple, or it can be an electronic one. Right now you find really cheap shutter release, remote shutter release that you connect usually in your microphone or port or something like that, and you can buy them few bucks. Really, it's something. I got one for the Pentax and was $8, something like that. So get one. It's essential. If you have your camera on the tripod, you can. If you use a reflex, you can. If you can, you can lock up the mirror and use the remote, or without locking up the mirror, just use the remote. You don't touch the camera, you do not introduce vibration in your camera. So a remote cable release is absolutely essential. And when I say cable release, is because I don't use it every time. So also, if some cameras, they have the option of a remote that is wireless, I prefer the cable for one reason. I put it on my bag, and sometimes I don't use it for 6 months, a year, or something like that. If I'm around taking pictures without the tripod, just for fun or something like that, sometimes I don't use it. So with a Wi-Fi remote or an infrared or something like that, you need batteries. With a cable one, you don't need batteries. So it will be in your bag, and you will not find something that is I need to use it and the battery is gone. So get a cable release, mechanical one, if your camera allows that. Fuji, for example, allows the mechanical one, or an electronic one, but something that doesn't require batteries, so it's always ready. Photo accessory that is essential, and here I have to say accessories, because you need to have something to clean your camera and the lenses. The first thing is one of the little puffer, just to blow some air on the lens. So if you are in an environment where there is sand or something like that, you can blow the dust out of the lens before you clean it. And the other thing is some microfiber clothes, and you can buy them online for $10, 100 microfibers or something like that, the kind you use for your glasses, and you can keep them in a plastic bag without so they don't get dust, and some fluid to clean the lens. You need that. It's something that I found myself many times in situations where I needed to clean my lens. There was dust around, there was kind of, you are in the rain, or you are near the ocean, or you have some water coming to your lens or something like that. You want to be able to clean your camera. And it's not just important to have a clean camera to take better pictures. So a lot of time I see people complaining for lack of sharpness of their lens, and a lot of time the frontal lens is very dirty, and they don't use the lens hood, so they have all this beautiful dirt and dust that brighten up with the side light and this kind of thing. So keep your camera and your lenses clean. That's essential, and you need to have the tools, and you need to have the tools in your bag so you can clean your camera wherever you are. And by the way, if you have some situation like a little water that arrive on your camera, or particularly dust in a sandy environment, in a dusty environment, it is essential that you clean your camera as soon as possible. As soon as you finish the shooting, you need to clean the camera, because if you don't do that, all the humidity or dust will go inside the camera. If you keep it clean, it will last for years. And the fifth accessory that is essential for me is a good bag. It's something that sometimes, right now it's very easy to find cheap bags online or something like that. Sometimes cheap bags are good, but a lot of time you really need to spend some money and get a very good bag. The bag is something that saves your camera. You don't ruin your camera if it's in a good bag. There's no problem if the bag falls and the camera are protected and all these things. And you need a bag that is comfortable on your shoulders, that is comfortable on you. So it depends on your use. I cannot suggest different bags. There's people that love the backpack style bag, people that like the shoulder strap bag and all these kind of things. You have to test the bags, you have to try them, go in a real shop and look at the bag, and you can touch them, you can try them on, and you can feel if the bag is something that is good for you. But get a good bag, and with a good bag get some nice strap for your camera. A lot of time, for example, if I have cameras that are not that heavy, like the Fuji, if I use the standard strap, it's something that I feel some cuts in my neck, something like that. On my Fujis, for example, I use some strap that are really nice, just made with the rope, the nautical rope, and a sailor strap it's called, and I feel very comfortable with them. When I have other cameras that are heavier, I then prefer to have some strap that is a little bit larger, but I need something that is soft, so it does not irritate my neck and so on. And there's a lot of people, they don't use a strap, they use the camera without a strap. I do that in my studio, but when I'm around I like to have a strap, because I like to have the camera always ready and I don't want to have my hands always holding the camera. So get a great bag and get some nice straps so you feel comfortable all day with them. This said, I hope you appreciated this little video about the 5 accessories that are essential for your camera, and thank you for watching. Again, if you want to support the channel, check out my zine, NIM 148, the link is up here, and check out my books, Photography Dive Manual, Lasting Photographs and Novel, and Inkjet Fine Art Painting. And obviously, if you enjoyed the video, please put a like, subscribe, share with your friends. See you the next time.